What if I told you that skipping breakfast for 1 month can boost your energy levels, help you shed some excess body fat, reset your metabolism, reduce inflammation, and prevent serious health issues like diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer? Most people quit intermittent fasting right before the real results kick in. The truth is, the biggest changes don't happen within the first few days. They show up around week 3 or 4. And doing 30 days of intermittent fasting can do more for your body than diet or exercise alone can do in an entire year. Your body doesn't just burn fat when you fast. It repairs itself from the inside out. You can reverse years of poor eating choices with fasting. It's certainly changed my life, so that's why I'm so passionate about sharing it with you. It's the quickest and easiest way to reset your health if you do it correctly. So today I'm sharing how to get the absolute most out of intermittent fasting and why sticking with it for 30 days can change everything. And once you feel it, you'll understand why I'm always saying your body was built for this. Now, if you've ever tried fasting, you'll know that the beginning can feel kind of tough, but it does get easier, way easier. And the longer you do it, the more your body will reward you. By the end of 30 days, it's like your body is running on new software. Now, before we dive into what happens in your body week by week, let's quickly go over how long you should be fasting every day. You don't need to be jumping into a 20-hour daily fast. Start simple. For most people, the 16 to 8 schedule works best. That's 16 hours of fasting and an 8-hour eating window. But if you find that hard in the beginning, start with 14 hours a day and work your way up slowly. Your body adapts faster than you think. Now let's go over the changes that happen week by week so you know exactly what to expect with your hormones, metabolism, and energy, and how to overcome any plateaus you may hit along the way. Now I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but week 1 can often be like the Hunger Games. This is when your body is like, excuse me, we've been eating at 7 a.m. every day since kindergarten. What is happening right now? Well, what's happening is actually fascinating. Your hunger hormone ghrelin is trying to understand your new routine. Think of it as a toddler who doesn't get a snack every 30 minutes. At first, there's going to be some drama. Your stomach's growling, your brain is throwing a tantrum, and you suddenly become way more aware of food commercials on TV. But the good news is just like a toddler eventually adjusts to a new routine, your hunger hormones do too. So when you skip breakfast, your body's just sending you feed me signals out of habit, not because you actually need food. But within only days, those signals start to quiet down as your body realizes, oh, we're actually okay, we're just eating later now. And meanwhile, something powerful is happening inside of you. Your insulin levels are lower, maybe even for the first time in years. And that's a big deal. Insulin isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's an important hormone that moves sugar out of your blood and into your cells where it can be used for energy. But when you're eating all the time, your insulin levels are high all the time, especially if you're eating refined carbs or sugar every day. So insulin starts telling your body to conserve calories and store fat. Insulin loves to keep your fat locked away, kind of like a do not disturb sign on your fat cells. And high insulin also keeps your inflammation levels high. Not good. Cancer cells love inflammation. They thrive in it. But when you're fasting, insulin levels drop and so does inflammation. It's like lowering the volume on metabolic chaos, and your body finally gets permission to tap into your stored energy reserves, so you start burning fat for energy. Now, during the first week of intermittent fasting, don't be surprised if your energy levels dip. That's completely normal. Your body's used to running on the easiest energy source possible, glucose from food. But once you start fasting, it has to remember how to burn fat for energy. But this is amazing because it means you're becoming more metabolically flexible. And once that clicks, you will feel more stable energy levels throughout the day. You may also notice a bit of weight loss this week, but it's mostly water weight at this point. Your body flushes out more water than usual while you're fasting. But more importantly, by the end of the week, you may notice your cravings for sugar or junk food start to fade. This is because your blood sugar is stabilizing and your hormones are finding balance again. And that is your first big win. Now by week 2, you'll likely be saying, I actually feel pretty good. This is because your body has stopped working against you and is working with you. Your insulin sensitivity has improved even more, which is essential if you're trying to shed some extra kilos. And the more your metabolism gets used to burning stored fat for energy, the easier it can do it. This week you might also be feeling less bloated because your gut has been getting longer periods of rest. When your gut isn't constantly having to process food, it heals itself. And that's amazing because some mental clarity may come with that. That afternoon brain foggy feeling that used to get you down, hopefully that subsides by week 2. Some people even feel more calm and weirdly motivated this week. Now, I like to call week 3 the healing window. This is where the magic really starts. But most people don't make it to week 3 because it's the point where your body starts adjusting, but your mind starts to rebel. Either the novelty has worn off, or you've already seen some results. Maybe you've lost a few pounds, your cravings are better, your energy is up, but now your old habits are whispering, okay, that was great, but let's go back to normal. Or your social life may be testing you, so this is where people usually decide that they've had enough. But what they don't realize is this is where the deep healing is about to begin. Week 3 is when fasting stops being more about willpower and starts becoming more of a biological transformation. Your insulin and inflammation are even lower, so your cells are starting to repair years of metabolic damage. So if you can make it through the first 2 weeks, the cravings, the hunger pains, the energy dips, by week 3, those do start to fade. And your body will thank you for not giving up. Even your skin may start to look healthier. Because you have less inflammation, your collagen production improves. And you may find yourself in a better mood too, because your stress hormones like cortisol are more balanced. And even your brain chemistry is more stable when your blood sugar levels are lower. So by the end of week 3, most people say that intermittent fasting does not feel like punishment anymore. It feels more natural and rewarding. Now we like to call week 4 the transformation phase. This is when fasting stops becoming just something you're trying and becomes your new normal way of life. You start raving to all your friends about how much better you feel. No more 3 p.m. energy crashes or moments of give me a snack right now or I'll lose it. And fat loss continues, but now it's targeting deeper visceral fat. This is the dangerous kind that wraps around your organs and keeps inflammation levels high. And your hunger hormones are finally at peace with one another too. And your metabolism is even more flexible now, meaning your body can switch between using fat, carbs, and ketones for energy without any drama. And your immune system is getting stronger too. Not many people realize this, but around 70% of your immune system is actually controlled by your gut. So those daily breaks from eating and the gut repair that comes with it is also improving your immunity, your main defense against cancer. All of this simply by changing when you eat. But it's around this point when you also may be thinking, wait, this feels a bit too easy. Am I doing it right? This just means that your body has adapted well, but it may also mean that you've hit a plateau. For example, if you want to keep losing weight or further improve your metabolic health, you may need to change things up a bit. So here's a few ways to level up your fast. Number 1, gradually extend your fasting window. If you've been fasting for 16 hours a day, try doing 18 at least a few times a week. And if you've been doing 18, try 20. Even adding 1 or 2 hours to your daily fast can make a big difference. Trick number 2 is to throw in an extended fast once in a while. Sometimes 24 hours is plenty, but 36 is fantastic, and 48 to 72 hours once in a while can be transformative. These longer fasts really push your body into deeper repair and fat loss. Or something easier, audit your eating window. Intermittent fasting doesn't just give you a free pass to eat whatever you want. What you eat matters just as much as when you eat. Your body becomes extremely sensitive to nutrients when you're fasting, which is amazing when you eat the right stuff. But if you dive right into a big bowl of pasta to break your fast, your insulin spikes fast and your inflammation goes back up. And some of the progress you've made gets undone within minutes. That's why intermittent fasting works best when you pair it with a nutrient-dense, low-carb diet. Focus on eating more protein, healthy fats, non-starchy veggies, and low-sugar fruit. This will keep your blood sugar and insulin levels low, extending the benefits of your fast all day long. So if you can make it through 30 days of consistent intermittent fasting, you've lowered inflammation, become more sensitive to insulin, lowered blood sugar, lowered visceral fat, have better digestion, clearer skin, more energy, and most importantly, a lower risk of getting serious illnesses. Your body is smarter than you think. It knows how to heal. You just have to give it the chance. Now, if you want to go a bit further and try a 36-hour fast, check out this video next, and I'll see you over there.